Hello, my name is Melissa Bernasic. I'm the Director of Information and Digital Services at Gale Borden Public Library. Thank you for joining us for another video from the Your Library at Home series. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the library's catalog and book lists. So I'm starting here at galeborden.info. We have a whole Books and More menu featuring the catalog, the 24/7 eLibrary, and some other gems, including our Goodreads page. I'm actually going to start at our catalog. You have a search box here. When I jump in, this is the screen that you'll see that is our full catalog with recently reviewed books, DVDs, and other features on the front page. You can also go directly to the catalog by going to galeborden.bibliocommons.com. I'm specifically going to focus on book lists today, so we're going to use the Explore menu here. You'll see that we have several different items here. If you start with new titles, you can browse or filter by different formats. So for example, if I just want to go with an adult audience, I can apply that. You see that we're looking at the ones that are just arrived versus ones that are on order. Okay, let's go to awards. We all might know about some popular awards that we hear for kids' books, but there's others here as well. We can browse all awards. You'll see them listed. We feature United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and Ireland awards for both books and then music, movies, and TV. The bestseller list is updated frequently. You'll recognize New York Times fiction and nonfiction. There's also from the Globe and Mail Canadian fiction, children's picture books. You can go through those lists as well. And then what I'm going to focus on today is our adult book list. We have kids book lists as well. I'm going to go ahead and click the adult book list menu. These are book lists created by information services staff. So you'll see we have some staff picks from last year, and then 2019 and 2020 lists are based on displays that we have in the library. So some of these may seem a little bit familiar to you. I created a special book list for you while we're all staying safe at home. These are some of my all-time favorite books. While I was pulling together this list, I was reflecting a lot on my reading history and how my reading tastes have changed. Some of these books I've read over 10 years ago, and I kind of was wondering if I would still enjoy them just as much now as I did then. I only put books in here that are available through our 24/7 eLibrary. So that's both Hoopla and Cloud Library. You'll see that we get some little cover pictures here, mentions that this is a staff created list. And then you can scroll down to see the 20 items that I have. Coal Black Horse is a book that I picked up just on a whim because I liked the cover. So you heard it here from a librarian that is okay to judge a book by its cover, and certainly a great reason to pick up a book. I wanted just to read a couple of sentences from that book that I enjoyed so much. In darkness, he left the road and followed a stitch of path into the trees, and then left the path and urged the horse to find a route in the pathless forest. He continued on, desiring distance from the traffic of humans. He wanted a place remote and undisturbed where he could collect himself, where he could lie down and sleep, lest he slide from the horse's back and tumble to the ground. He needed to lie on the earth and rest his thin, sore body and renew his thoughtless spirit. So you can see that Coal Black Horse, featured right here at the top, was published in 2008. And this one is a Hoopla ebook. As I talked about previously in our Hoopla video, Hoopla books are always available. Even if somebody else has the book checked out, that's okay. You can check out the book too. Under that, Kite Runner Cloud is on Cloud Library. That's a little bit different. It's possible that we have several copies of the book, but they could all be checked out by other users. In that case, you can place a hold and you'll be notified when the title is available. I'm going to scroll down and click on Life of Pi. We have both the audiobook and the ebook featured here. I'm going to go for the ebook. When I click on the title, you'll see that we have several different formats available. I'm just focusing on the ebook today because I wanted to highlight ones that you can get from home. There's also the print book, downloadable audiobooks. You could get that from home. And then we have large print format, and then a preloaded audiobook. You'll see there's little icons and ratings going on all over here. Bibliocommons is meant to be a place to share and talk about books and make comments, so you will see that as part of this catalog record. I can see some of the synopsis, sometimes some quotes, details about the book, find out when it was published, and then a whole bunch of comments. These may or may not be from Gale Borden customers. On the right-hand side, you'll see some recommendations based on this specific title. And if we go back up, I'm simply going to click the link instantly available on Hoopla. That will open Hoopla in a new window. Now I'm doing this on a computer. You don't have to. You could do this from a mobile device as well. It may look slightly different, but the information and the content is all the same. So again, we get another synopsis here. It specifically mentions this title is available for 21 days after I borrow it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip back to a book that I already have checked out, Coal Black Horse. In this case, it's showing me resume. When you go ahead and read a book in Hoopla, on a computer it looks a little bit different than it would on a phone or a tablet, but you still get to see the cover, which of course you know is what sold me. And then you go into a table of contents or chapter list just like any other title. So I'm going to flip into the first chapter. I'm just using this right hand bar here to turn the pages by clicking my mouse. Okay, so here we are on the first page of the first chapter. On the top left, you have a close button that gets you back to your My Hoopla screen. On the bottom, you can see how far you are in reading the book. And on the top right are the most important menus. Going from right to left, we have creating a bookmark. So if I click this, it will bookmark the page. There's absolutely no reason that you need to create a bookmark when you're going to stop reading. It's more if you just want to bookmark certain passages or pages. Hoopla will automatically remember where you stopped reading and pick up there the next time. We've got our menu button, sometimes called a hamburger button or a sandwich button. This will show you chapters, just like the table of contents, and these are all clickable links, so you can jump around. And then if you did save any bookmarks, they would be featured here. The search function allows you to search within this book, so if you were thinking about a part that you read or wanted to look up a specific section, you could do that here. And then to me, the most important, the text options. This font is definitely way too small for me, So that's the first thing I'm going to be changing. And then you have a choice of fonts as well. You can change the theme to change the colors on the screen. And then I always find myself changing the line height and the margin. It's important to have a comfortable reading experience. I think when we talk about flipping from print books to reading on a tablet, a computer, or possibly even a phone, these options are what make for a good experience reading. And it's hard to enjoy a book if you're kind of feeling like the font is too small or the margins aren't right or it's just difficult. So I like to have a lot of space between the lines, and then when I'm reading on a computer, generally pretty big margins. This 2-column thing is also pretty annoying to me. You generally will not see that on a tablet or phone. It will immediately go to a single column. I think just because I have a wide screen on this computer, it's going to 2 columns, but it's annoying. So let's go to a single column. And when I hit apply, you'll see the changes that were made. This will stick through with the book, and I'll be able to read it all this way. When you open a new book, you may have to make those changes, but it should be pretty quick once you get comfortable with the options. So from there, I can just go ahead, flip my pages, enjoy my book. I can even switch between reading on a computer to reading on a phone or tablet and kind of go back and forth. So let me just go back and recap. Here I was at my book list, which you'll find under the Explore menu. We've got new titles, awards, bestsellers, and then both kids and adult books. I hope you enjoy exploring these and will want to take a look at some of my favorite books. I'd love to hear what you thought of them. You can contact a librarian for reference questions, comments, any other questions while the library building is closed. Librarians are available to help you Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6 by email at gbplweb@galeborden.info or by text at 847-754-4599. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning to see what we have in store for you. Thank you.